Eyup everyone, I hope that you're doing alright. Today we're building a 100 baby house, which to me sounds like the house is made out of 100 babies, but no, it's for the 100 baby challenge, which if you weren't aware is a gameplay challenge where you have a sim try and have 100 babies basically. I've never attempted the challenge myself, but I am aware of it and roughly aware of what the rules are. And I have seen Lil Simsy play through it. I've seen a few others attempt it as well, so yeah, I built this house for anyone that wants to play that really. Or it's also suitable for up to 8 sims. There's like 7 kids' beds and then a parent's bed, so as you can only have 8 sims live in a house at once, at maximum, you'd probably have to play as a single parent and then have 7 kids. Could not be me. Or you could have 2 parents and then just like replace one of the bunk beds with a single bed or something like that. Whatever you want really, but yeah, fits up to 8 sims, is intended for the 100 baby challenge. And I built this house using Get Together, Get Famous, Parenthood, kids room stuff, toddler room stuff, and then the Perfect Patio stuff pack as well. I feel like I'm missing some out in that list, but full details of the build will be in the description as always. And also, this is my 100th YouTube video that I've made, hence why I thought I'd make a 100 baby house. Thought it fit quite well. And I'm also going to be doing a short Q&A to celebrate that as well. So I'll get on to that in a little bit, but I just want to talk about the build just for a little bit first. So for the, I guess the shell, the exterior, the overall feel of the build, I wanted it to be quite modern. When I was planning the build, I went through quite a few different like swatches. The house did initially start off with that Get Famous like brick that I've got like in the middle of the build, and then I had like blue cladding, or is it called siding or something? We just call it cladding, I think. It's just like wood or PVC panels. I don't even know what they're made from, but you know what I mean, where it's like horizontal bits of wood. But yeah, it did start off with that, and then I had like white columns and white roof trims, and then a typical like tiled roof, so it had more of like a traditional suburban looking house. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it like modern, because I feel like every single like massive house that I've seen recently just looks like your typical suburban house. Like it's just that sort of traditional like American look of a house, if you know what I mean. So I thought, why not go with like a bit more of the modern look. And then yeah, just decided to do that. Also did this like little carport at the side of the house. Obviously serves no purpose, but I think it just makes the house like look a bit nicer and just adds a bit more to it. And then for the landscaping, I wanted it to be quite like put together and neat, I suppose, and like I want to say like planned, but it's always planned, but you know what I mean, like it's just like neat and tidy. It's got your garden borders, and then everything's just kind of grown with purpose. It's not just like left to grow wild and that. But yeah, decided to put like a few of the trees down just to add a bit more interest to the build on the exterior. And I used a couple of the debug plants as well. I'm using the Better Build By mod by Twisted Mexi, and basically when you use that mod, there's a section in it, or there's like a, I don't know how to describe it, but there's, by using the mod you can have an organized debug. That's like the point of the mod. But yeah, there's an organized debug, so you can like access all the debug plants in the plant menu rather than typing in cheats and all that kind of stuff. But you have to like reset your game if you do that, and yeah, we're a bit of like faffing about. Luckily I managed to set it all before I like did the build, but I did actually like plan this build like I was playing on my laptop, because I was just sort of like messing around. I weren't really like planning anything serious, and then I had to like remember what I'd built and like take photos on my phone and then build it on my computer. But yeah, don't know why I bothered to share that, it's not very interesting. But yeah, either way, I guess the point is that it were a bit of like a mess about to actually get the build started. But I really do like how the exterior turns out, and then they end up with like a really big back garden that's very sort of family focused. There's like a big play area for the toddlers and the kids and stuff. And like I said, I've not actually done the 100 baby challenge, so like I don't know the pace of it and stuff, like how many toddlers you end up with at once. I guess it depends on how quick you and manage to like actually give birth and get a new partner and all that kind of stuff. Because I know that for the challenge, like every kid has to have a different dad or a different parent. So you've got to like find new Sims and stuff, which to me I think would be like the most difficult bit. No, actually looking after toddlers more than one at a time would be the most difficult bit. But yeah, just doing the parents' bedroom now, or I think it's called the founder, like the first ever like mum or parent or whatever. I don't know if you have to do it with like a female sim or if you could do it with a male sim. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm kind of familiar with it, but not like 100%. I know like roughly what the rules are of the challenge and stuff. But yeah, went with quite like white neutral colours in here, and then I decided when I came to this blue rug, I decided to put some like blue accent walls just to make it a bit more interesting and not as like white and bright in here. Just add a bit of I guess warmth to it. I don't know if you could class it as warmth when it's a blue colour, but you know what I mean. Just adds a bit more like makes it stand out a bit more, makes it different. But yeah, quite a basic room. I figured that the sim that would be living here would not be spending all that much time in here, so it didn't really matter what it looked like. They were going to be in all other rooms chasing all kids about. But then again, when you have 100 kids, you would spend a lot of time in bedroom at some point. But yeah, just quite basic. Put a few things down just to make it a bit more personalised to the sim. And yeah, I used quite a few packs for this build as well. I'm not sure if I like use too many. I do like to do pack restricted builds, but I just thought toddler stuff and kids room stuff is kind of like perfect for a family house that's going to have so many kids, and Parenthood as well. But then I wanted to use Get Famous mainly for the brick on the exterior. I don't think I used like that many items from it initially. I think I used the bed from it, but yeah, when I first started doing the bedrooms, I didn't use that many items from Get Famous, but I always do that. Like I'll get a pack, say I'll use like Spa Day floor tiles or something for a bathroom, and then I'll only use that pack, and I just don't really see the point. I might as well just use, if I'm going to use it, I might as well use items from the pack like everywhere. But yeah, I think there's like a good balance between, like in the rest of the house I do use like Get Famous and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted it to be like modern, so I guess that's why I used Get Famous as well. But yeah, then just doing the girls' bedroom. There is 3 bedrooms. Oh, I said that weird. 3 bedrooms. There is 3 bedrooms, and I just split it between gender, so I just did girl and boy bedroom. Obviously, you could have any Sims, you could have mixed or whatever. So there's like 4 spaces for Sims in the girl bedroom, and then 3 spaces for Sims in the boys' room. So obviously, it depends on, if you were to do the challenge and play in this house, it depends on like what the Sims are when they're born. But yeah, I just did it kind of like not brief, like basic girls' room, basic boys' room. Quite stereotypical as well, like got like animals all over and like a pink carpet and love arts on the wall. It's quite like neutral woods or light woods, and then in the boys it's kind of like the opposite. It's quite space themed, and it's like got some sports posters and stuff. So it's quite like stereotypical, but I thought that don't really matter. Don't have to be gender neutral like all the time. But yeah, just getting on to the boys' room now, and I just did it as though you could have a child sim or a teen sim in the single beds. I suppose it don't really matter. I guess if you're sharing, it's not going to be like a proper grown-up bedroom. And then they've got 2 toddler beds in here, which when I was a teenager would be my worst nightmare. I can't imagine like sharing a bedroom with 2 toddlers at the same time. It'd be horrible. When I was younger, I actually shared a bedroom with my brother, not my youngest brother, the middle brother. I've got 2 brothers. One's younger than me, and then one's younger than him. So yeah, I'd share with like the middle brother up until he were about 2, and then we moved house, and that was like fine because it was before he really became a toddler. So I didn't have to like worry too much. And then when we moved house, I had my own bedroom. But like my brothers shared a bedroom when the youngest was born, and they used to argue all the time. And take it from a parent as well. I've got 2 children and they share a bedroom, and there is a lot of disagreements and arguments. And if you've got toddlers that are the same age, or if you know anybody that's ever had children that are really close in age, it's like either they get on like they're best friends, or they absolutely despise each other and they'll try and like fight any chance they get. So yeah, But it didn't really matter in The Sims. The kids won't really mind sharing a bedroom or anything like that. I also did a playroom as well, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, there's not really much else to say about the upstairs, so I guess I'll get on to the Q&A now before we move. I probably won't finish it in time before we move downstairs, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'll just get on to the Q&A. So the first question comes from Clara Lincoln, who actually put this on the community tab that I put up, on the community post, should I say. And they said, how old were you when you started playing The Sims? Do you actually play the game or do you just build? So I guess it's like 2 questions in one. So I can't remember exactly how old I was when I started playing The Sims. I always get confused if I had played The Sims 1 or The Sims 2 first. I'm pretty sure I played The Sims 2 first, but I don't know. Like, I remember playing The Sims 1. I remember playing as Bob and Betty Newby. And like, I remember getting like stressed out about the game because it's really difficult, Sims 1. And I must have been quite young, so I mean, I'm 27 now, so if I played that first, I must have been like quite young. But I definitely played Sims 2 like when that came out, because in fact I remember getting Sims 2 Superstar as the expansion pack, and inside it had an advert for The Sims 2, so I must have been like younger than like 10, which is how old I was, I think, when Sims 2 came out. So yeah, between 5 and 9, take your pick, I don't know. And do you actually play the game or do you just build? I mainly just build. I do play the game from time to time if there's like new gameplay features, like when they brought out the scenarios and stuff, like I've given them a go. And then when there's been new expansion packs, I did play Cottage Living for quite a while. That's probably my favourite pack at the minute. I guess it is in general my favourite pack. Seasons has always been like my favourite pack, but I'd pair them two together. I don't think I could play one without the other. Well, I could play Seasons without Cottage Living, but yeah, I did play Cottage Living quite a lot. But yeah, I do want to get back into gameplay, and whenever I watch a Let's Play, I'm always like, oh, I want to play the game now. But I just get bored so quick, like, I don't know what it is. I guess it's just the gameplay has run a bit dry because I've been playing The Sims 4 for so long. But yeah, I do a bit of both, but yeah, mostly building. And then my good friend Sim Saga on Instagram asked, do you have a favourite memory, like something you did something you did on holiday. Sorry, I was like misreading that. I took a screenshot of the questions on Instagram because I've lost them. So there's a few questions that I missed, but I like vaguely remember what they asked. But this one, I've got a screenshot of. It's like kind of cut off. Yeah, I don't know if I've got like a favourite memory. I do have like a lot of fond memories from when I was a kid and that. I think like most parents, I guess like my kids' first smile and stuff, and when they first said like my name, Mum, stuff like that, I'll always like remember that, and really like, I don't know, like I'm one of them parents where I look back on pictures of my kids when they were babies and I'll be like, oh, look at you when you were a baby, and they're like, yeah, I know, you showed it me yesterday. I'm like one of those parents. But yeah, I guess like giving birth is a pretty decent memory. It was traumatic, but it was good. It was very like, I don't know. I think I forgot the pain, but I haven't forgot like that first sort of feeling where it's like, oh my God, I've just like given birth to a human being. But yeah, when I was a kid, there's loads of memories of like being on holiday. I've got like a really like vague one that's just come up, or a random one, should I say. Is like, I remember I used to do this thing when I used to go on holiday. I think everybody's done it, where I'd like pretend to drown, but then I'd realise all along that I'm a mermaid and I can breathe underwater or something. I remember doing that like on holiday. We used to holiday in the UK, so you just go to like a UK resort sort of thing. But yeah, that's a pretty fun, weird thing to like think about, like pretending to drown and stuff. But yeah, I used to do that all the time. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff like that, like going on holiday and that, like fun memories. And like, there's one memory actually where whenever I think about holidays and stuff, where we used to go, they used to have like a karaoke night. And the one night we met this couple actually, or this family on holiday, and they were from like further up north, actually where my partner's from. Not that this is relevant to the story, but they were from a different part of the country, and we kind of like made friends with them, or my parents made friends with them while we were on holiday. And yeah, they went on the karaoke, my mum and the mum of that family, and I think they sang Dancing Queen by ABBA. Yeah, and then they sang like another song, but that was like the main one. And when they were singing that, the karaoke like person, I remember him really fondly because he always dressed up like a cowboy, but like a badass cowboy, like all black, and he had like a big mustache, like one of them like handlebar ones, but then he had like really thick jam jar glasses, so he was like a granddad cowboy. Anyway, yeah, he was going around like handing people tissue, you know, like to put in their ears because my mum and her friend like could not sing at all. Yeah, it was just like proper funny. Just like the whole like pub were just like laughing, and yeah, stuff like that I really remember. But yeah, I don't know if I have like a specific favourite memory. I guess I have a bunch of like random little ones like that. And then somebody asked, if you could live with any sim, past or present, who would you live with? I don't know. See, my favourite sim is probably Bob Pancakes out of The Sims 4. But you know, like I don't think I'd want to like live with him. I don't know. Like I always think like, oh, I'd like go out with him or whatever. Or I'd like marry him and all that. But I don't know. Like, as he is in his current state, he's like a gloomy sim and a loner. So I don't think we'd be like, I mean, I'm a loner as well, but I think two loners don't really like match. But yeah, I don't know if I'd like live with him. I'd love to like be friends with Bella Goth. I think she'd be like a cool sim, so maybe I'd like live with her. But I'd live with the Sims 1 version of Bella Goth. And yeah, or maybe one of the Caliente sisters. I feel like it'd be like fun, all the drama and stuff, and like watching them get up to like shenanigans or whatever. I think that'd be quite fun. But yeah, I'd probably pick like Bella Goth, like the ultimate sim that I'd want to live with. And then somebody else asked on Instagram, what's your favourite Sims 4 expansion pack? I already answered this one really, haven't I? But yeah, Cottage Living probably, or Seasons. The thing with Seasons is it's my favourite pack because it's involved in all of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm always playing with it without realising. Like the weather system, absolutely needed. Also, by the way, let me just say I'm just doing a playroom for the kids. I've not talked about the build like downstairs at all, but I decided to do a playroom just because there would be so many kids in the house, so I thought they'd need a playroom. And then I did an artist studio for the founder because you can't work for the 100 baby challenge, so you kind of need to do something from home. So I thought artist area, pretty straightforward and easy. But yeah, I'll get back to this question. So yeah, favourite expansion pack, definitely Seasons, but then Cottage Living is also really good as well, but I don't play with Cottage Living all the time, so I think Seasons is just my favourite because it's just like the ultimate, like you just need it for every like game. Like it gets boring like the same weather over and over again, like I can't imagine not playing with it. So yeah, I guess Seasons is like my ultimate favourite. And then somebody said, will you build more community lots? And they also said, love your builds. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll build more community lots. I am really kind of, I don't know the word for it, not nervous about it, but maybe apprehensive about building community lots, just because I feel like I'm not very good at them. I don't know. By the way, sorry if you can hear a noise, I'm like swinging in my chair. I really wish I'd not bought an office chair that you can swivel on because I just rocking it as like a fidget thing. But yeah, I guess I will build more community lots. I've not done that many. I've done a plant shop, coffee shop, I did a music shop, and can't think of any more. I think that might be it. I don't remember. But yeah, I should do more really because, yeah, I guess I just should. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm not that good at them. I'm not very good. Oh, I've done a library as well. I guess that's a community lot, isn't it? Yeah, I did a library. But yeah. They are fun to do, but they're definitely like more difficult. But yeah, I would like to do more community lots, and now that somebody's asked, I'll definitely do one soon. And then Rolo's Floor Plans on Instagram, by the way, quick shout out to them because they do really amazing floor plans. If you're ever stuck with like floor plans and you don't really know what you're doing with one, or you can't think of one, I've made a couple builds using their floor plans and they're really good. But yeah, they asked, what is your favourite build item? I have a few favourite build items, but I think the first thing that came to mind when reading that question, the yucca plant from the base game. Don't know what it is, just really like it. Even though it's kind of awkward, sometimes it clips through the wall, so you've got to like angle it, and sometimes you might have to downsize it. But yeah, definitely that yucca plant, I really love that. And then there were some other questions as well, but I forgot to take a screenshot of them, and I've tried finding them on Instagram, and I can't find them now. But I'm pretty sure somebody asked, what's your favourite like colour scheme to build with? and it kind of changes. I'm going through a phase at the minute where I'm like obsessed with green, but I'm kind of also sick of it at the same time, just because I've built a couple things with it. So I'm obsessed with this particular shade of green, but I do really like building with like light colours and then like pastel kind of colours. That shade of green is kind of pastel, and then I don't know, I think light colour schemes and like neutral wood or light woods with like bright interiors. But then I also quite like building with dark colour schemes with like dark wood and black furniture and stuff. I guess I didn't really answer that question. I don't know, I'm undecided. But yeah, I think that's about it for the Q&A. If there were other questions and I missed yours, I'm really sorry. Like a fool, I forgot to take screenshots. But we're just coming up to the end of the video now, and I'm going to quickly wrap up the voiceover. Sorry, I just banged my elbow on the desk. But yeah, going to end the voiceover here. Thank you everybody for watching, and if you've stuck around to the end of this video for the Q&A and everything, thanks for that as well. And again, sorry if you asked a question and I didn't get to it. Next time I'll definitely, if I do another Q&A, I'll definitely take screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed doing the Q&A. I don't know, I just really like stuff like this. And thank you to everybody that submitted questions. If you want to download this build, my gallery ID is HutchPlays. Thank you so much for watching. I think I've said that about 4 times now. If you like this video, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later. Bye.